It's Thursday, March 23rd. This is a pre-opening SPY report about an hour to go before the open. You can see here the market, the pre-market range is kind of pretty wide in the lower half of the big red bar from yesterday. If we look at it here, the market overnight held down low. It tried to gap up a little bit. We had a little bit of a sell-off. Now we're kind of in the middle of the range. So I don't know by the time the open occurs where we'll be. Let's assume we're kind of in the middle. We're still anticipating the lows of this bar to be taken out and follow through lower. However, there's always the thought that this is a 3-bar, in other words, an outside bar, and that's not really an actionable signal. A lot of times you get 3 bars, then you might get a probe down, 2 down, and then a 2 up reversal. You can get an inside bar, 3, 1, and then you might get a reversal. So that's always a possibility, although as of last night's closing video, we are anticipating that this weekly chart with 2 days to go is going to kind of look like a shooter bar by Friday and continue lower. The monthly chart, as it turns out, the pre-market high is right at the open of the month to turn it green. So as long as we stay below the pre-market highs, I'm going to still keep the continuity of the downside. But again, it's always possible that a 3-bar which is this broadening action on a very short time frame, could be, you could have taken out the highs here, the lows there, and then you might go back and, start the other way. So in order for that to happen, you're going to have to get above the pre-market highs with a green bar and really follow through strongly. After this kind of move, you can see it's kind of inefficient pricing on the way down, so it's not surprising to kind of fill this in a little bit, rebalance before heading lower. So we'll just have to see how things open. If we get a kind of an opening price action within the pre-market range, as always, the pre-market highs and lows is the first target, and then you see what kind of follow through unfolds from there. And we're just going to have to see how things open today. But the key thing here is how is today going to kind of close, and then what that means for that weekly chart on Friday. The more and more as time goes by, we could determine this isn't going to look like any kind of a green bar that has follow-through potential to the upside. The more we're comfortable thinking the monthly chart is kind of starting to work its way towards its targets, even though we're getting near the end of the month. So we'll see really what happens today. That'll give higher probability of what happens tomorrow type of thing, and that'll give higher probability for the week. So like I said, it's possible after this move, it was just a very sharp reaction to the downside. Maybe we start strongly up, and it was just kind of, if you look at this chart and space it out, the 15-minute chart, it's kind of a choppy uptrend. So who knows? Maybe this was just the move to the bottom of like a trend line, but in order to start higher, we're going to have to get really strong above the pre-market highs with green bars. If we head up there and fail, that's a good short signal. Anything inside that's red is a good short signal to test the lows and see how much follow through we get, that type of thing. So let's see what happens today.